people. Hi, how are you doing? I hope you are fine, and I hope that I'm visible, I'm audible as well. I'm very sorry for being late because of some technical issues that we have recently switched from CAT for MBA to this CAT-alyst. So these were some issues that we were facing, and that is why I took time today. I'm very sorry. This is not going to happen from now onwards. Now wait for a while. Wait for a while. Let me join this. Let me join the chat thing. Let me join the chat thing. Let me join the chat thing. Okay. Excuse me. Am I audible? 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 Arey, hi, 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 hi. Hi, 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 hi. So, hi, people. Sujal, I am from IPMET. Okay, fine. Okay, अच्छा तो how many of you are from IPMET? Yes, Sujal is from IPMET ना तो चलो आप लोग start करते हैं. Okay, so this particular session, it is going to be what? It is going to be based upon, but this is going to be bifurcated in three parts. Okay, now this particular session is going to be bifurcated into three parts. First we have what? First we have this YT session, and the second will be what? Second will be that open house would be there. Second will be open house on the app. Okay. Very good evening, Karnika. Very good evening, Ananya. Very good Nivedita. Very good evening, Nivedita. Ankit. Very good evening, Keshav. Very good evening, Sonali, Tamanna. Very good evening. Very good evening. Very good evening. Ankit. Are they basically waiting for user here? Okay, fine. Okay, so we are going to have what? We are going to have this open house along with this YT today. Let us start with the session. क्या बात करूं? Now, my name is Gaurav Bhatia. I have an experience of more than 12 years. I have taught like hundreds and thousands of students, and we will be meeting those students as well quite soon. Okay, I have scored around 99.93 in my CAT 2021. Along with that, I have scored around 98% in my CAT 2019. I have also cleared all these exams. Now, these are the new batches that we are starting. Like on 5th of February, we are starting with this excellence batch for CAT 2022. On 5th of February, we are starting with this round the clock batch for CAT 2022 as well. Now, what are the iconic benefits? Look, these all are the iconic benefits as of now that we are going to provide you. You are going to get what? These are what? These are the plus benefits. If you are going to purchase our plus course, then in that case, you're going to have all these benefits. Live classes would be there. Okay, weekly tests would be there. Study material, you're going to get a study material, unlimited access to all the batches. You can join any batch. Okay, you can attend any educator's class and structured courses. And if you're going to purchase Iconic, in that case, you're going to get all these things. Along with that, you're going to get personal guidance, study planner. Okay, like many of you are procrastinators. Okay, now, Keshav, I'm not into quant. I'm just for verbal, yeah. Now, one-on-one live mentoring is there. Are Sonali, what happened, bhai? Now, test analysis would be there. Expert guidance, you are going to get expert guidance also. Okay, so it is something good. And the biggest thing is this: you people can also participate into open house. If you are going to purchase this Iconic, now, so you will be able to do what? You will be able to partake into open house, but you will be able to speak over there. So that's something good. Nandini, hi, good evening, good evening, good evening. So let us start with the session. Basically, you can purchase our Iconic if you people want to purchase. And if you're going to use my code, which is CATGURV, you are going to get what? You're going to get 10% of throughout. You will be getting what? You will be getting 10% of throughout. Now, of course, if you're going to use my CATGURV, I will be giving you something extra as well. Now, plus, in case of plus, you're going to get what? You're going to get 6 months, 12 months, 18 months, and 24 months for the subscription. Now, if you people are preparing for CAT 2022, in that case, you are going to get 12 months. You are supposed to purchase this 12 months for the subscription. If you people are preparing for CAT and OMET 2022, in that case, you people are supposed to purchase this 18 months for the subscription. Yeah, Siddharth. Okay. Now, sure, Siddharth, Nigam. Basically, okay, fine. I will be. Again, you people can do what? You people can use my code, which is CATGURV, and you are going to get what? You are going to get 10% throughout. Now, CAT Combat RC special. Please, I want everyone to partake into it because it is RC special. Please, I want you people to partake into it and score something good. Chicken or make me proud, please, people. You can use my code CATGUR for enrolling yourself. This particular session is going to take place on app only. Okay, it is scheduled on 6th of February. You're going to write this particular test on at around 12 noon. You're going to get 45 minutes, and in those 45 minutes, you will have to solve how many questions? You are going to solve 21 questions. I want all of you to please, please, please. I want all of you to participate into it. Now, Unacademy CAT 2022 scholarship test is live. Not for me, but for this MacBook here. Participate into it. Okay. It is again scheduled on 6th of February at around 6 p.m. You're going to get 30 questions and you'll have to solve those 30 questions in 60 minutes. Now, Krishnakant, hi, Ankit, sir, Seko, हाँ, Sunday तो है. Now, so we are going to have what we are going to have a RC. It is not summary. It is going to be RC on a session. Very sorry for the same. Now, Siddharth has asked me, Nigam Siddharth has asked me that what are the sources from where we take RC. So look over here. You people are going. You'll have to read what you'll have to read Aeon.essays. It is one of the most prominent sites that you are going to get where you can find material, where you can read articles. Along with that, you people can go for nature.com. Nature.com is again very good site. Science.com is there. Science.com, psychology.com. Okay, the Spectator. Along with that, there is another site which is the Atlantic. So these are some of the most prominent sites that you people can access. Okay, and over there from these all sites you'll have to take what you'll have to take. You'll have to read regularly. Along with these all sites, I also share that the Economist Weekly magazine on my Telegram channel, so you can just find me on Telegram. एंड और सर पीआई कब स्केड्यूल होगा करने का हम लोग आज भी यही बात हो रही थी तुम्हारा करने का और ना दैट आयुष का जो मेरे को पीआई लेना था मैं उसी के बारे में बात कर रहा था आज हम लोग ऐप के ऊपर यू डिड नॉट पार्टिसिपेट इनटू दैट पर्टिकुलर टेस्ट so we were discussing like plenty of people over here they are into this PI ठीक है ना they wanted to participate into PI so I'm talking मतलब I mean this the talks are going on they are in the pipeline we might have an on app if it is possible if it is not possible then we are going to schedule it on Saturday okay now so the Atlantic you people can read this particular passage over here today it has been taken from aeon.essays and it is the how the scientific revolution made an honest man of God okay now look over there you'll have to do what Siddharth you'll have to just read the first part basically on aeon.essays if you are going to find any article na, so that article is particularly divided into three parts okay you are going to find one author who has given his that argument in the first part you're going to find someone else who is going to who has given his argument in the second part it is like this okay so what you can do you can just select okay you just can do this ki, bhai, I will be reading what I will be reading around 600 words yeah, I will be reading second, third, or fourth paragraph from this particular article. You can do it like this. But I prefer that if you're a naive, you can go for something easy, like economics would be good for you if you're naive. Okay, so let us go with the questions first. Over here in this today's section, you're going to get what you're going to get around 5 questions. Okay, I want you people, all of you, to choose any 3 questions. Okay, I want you people to choose any 3 questions of your choice and I want you people to attempt them correctly. You're not supposed to attempt 5 on 5. You're supposed to attempt how many questions? You're supposed to attempt only and only 3 questions. 3 on 5. That is it. So let Kritik, hi sir, Telegram link is not working. क्या बात कर रहे हो यार? Okay. I will be giving you Telegram link. Wait for a while. Okay, so you people must be keeping what you people must keep. क्या हो गया सोनाली को? Now you people must keep what you people must keep that paper with you. You people must keep that sheet with you. Now you'll have to write what you'll have to write question over there on that sheet. Okay, and how are you going to write this? I'm going to tell you that. First of all, in CAT or in any exam, you must go through the questions first. You're not supposed to directly fight with the RC. Must go with the questions first. Do it so that you people would be able to comprehend. Yeah, you people will be able to understand that the genre or the what is the genre of the passage. It happens that most of the passages, no matter how tough they are, they have one question that is very easy, that is very much direct. So you should not leave that particular question. And how are you going to see that? How are you going to judge that the question is easy? By reading the question as well as its option. Now, the central theme running throughout this passage. So definitely this particular question is what? It is a global question. It is a global question. Global question means what? A question which is based upon the premise of the whole passage. It is not based upon one particular paragraph, but it is based upon the premise of the whole passage. So it is going to be what? It is going to be a global question. We'll have to read what? We'll have to read whole passage for this particular question, but I suppose that it is going to be easy. Now, हाँ ठीक है अंकित. Okay, next question is it can be inferred from the passage. Now, it is what? It is inference based question. If we talk about inference based question, so inference based questions are something for which you'll have to read between the lines. You'll have to read between the lines. You'll have to read between the lines. What do you mean by read between the lines? You'll have to do what? You'll have to just find. Well, you'll have to understand that what are the expressions of the author. Okay, something which is not directly given over there, something which is implicitly given. You'll have to read between the lines. That is something important. Okay, now it can be inferred from the passage. Again, this particular passage, this particular question is a global question. Why is it a global question? Because it is based upon the whole passage. You'll have to read the whole passage for this particular question. Now, if Descartes were to be asked whether God asking Abraham to sacrifice his son was a matter of deception, his most likely response would be which of the following? Now, this particular question is what? This particular question is application based question. What do you call it? It is known as सबसे last two attempt. It is application based question. Why? What are application based questions? Application based questions are those questions in which you will have to apply something else which is not given in the passage. This is your passage, and over here these four options are given to you. So you'll have to choose one option that should fit in this particular passage, that should go with the theme of this particular passage. Okay, so you'll have to understand that what were the views of Descartes, okay, when he talked about God. Okay, or God asking Abraham to sacrifice his son. So what did he do? And accordingly, you're going to answer over here. Next question. Of all the examples of deception in the passage, which one of the following has not been explained or at all by the author? So something which is not given, this particular question is going to be easy. Something which is not given by the author, something which has not been told by the author. Okay, now which of the following is not a response to the possibility of God's deception as per the author? Not a response means what? You will have to give the idea, you'll have to give the purpose of the author over here. That what is the purpose of the author? So these all are the questions which we have as of now. Okay, now I'm going to start with the passage. Okay, all of you are ready? Are you people ready? Shall I start with the stopwatch? Just give me a yes in the chat, please. Everybody. Are you people ready? Okay, yes. Chetan, Sonali, Nivedita, Tamanna, Karnika, Archie. Yes. Very good. Priya, Ankit. Yes. Where is Jadip, Ankit? What about others? No. Okay. So I will be starting by that stopwatch. Okay. The speed should be what? The speed should be 200 words per minute. Okay. The speed should be 200 words per minute. Now, so you have 89 words over here. That means you're going to get what? You're going to get 48 seconds to read it. Fast, quickly, read it. Done, everybody? Time is up. Time is up. Oh, yes. Tamanna done. Very good, Tamanna. Nivedita done. Very good. Keshav done. What about others? Time is up, man. Ananya done. Karnika done. Ankit done. Okay. Ananya done. Karnika done. Ankit done. Very good, people. What about others? What about others? Sujal done. Very good, Sujal. Is there anyone else? Okay, I suppose everybody is done. So demonstrating God's omnipotence. What is omnipotence? Omnipotence is like God is everywhere. ठीक है ना? God is everywhere. Required theologians to describe all the ways that God could miraculously interfere with the ordinary course of nature. ठीक है? कि भाई you are going where you are going, you are getting late, you're getting late for your college, and God interfered in your getting late. And He did what? God made you more late so that you should be expelled from the college. It happens with us. I do not know whether it happened with you or not, but it happened with me quite a lot of time. Literally speaking, a lot of time. So God can interfere with whatever is going on with you. Okay, God can do that. As it turned out, miraculous interference proved hard to distinguish from deception. Now over here we are turning. Well, we just shifted our focus. Okay, that miraculous interference. Miraculous interference means what? Something which is a miracle, a sort of interference which is miracle. Okay, proved hard to distinguish from deception. Early in the 14th century, William of Ockham, known to posterity for his razor, asked his readers to carry out a simple thought experiment. Imagine you are looking at a star. Now imagine that the God has destroyed that star. Now you are looking at what? You are looking at a pseudo star. The star while making a vision of it. What you now is a non-existent star. Means God destroyed that star, but God has been deceptive. Okay. It has made you look at that star only. So you're looking at what? You're looking at the non-existent star. Understood, everybody? Now, so over here, you people can connect this with your personal experience. Connect this with your personal experience. Okay, like God can do what? If God is omnipotent, that means God can interfere with anything. Okay, now it is well actually it can do that. मतलब it can interfere with anything. ठीक है? You people might have seen near your surroundings as well that there are people who do not work much hard yet they get a lot of things. There are people who work day in and day out yet they could not make the most out of it. God's interference perhaps. Now you people can connect this with yourself as well. 41 words, 20 seconds. Do it. 41 words. Hello. Arre, thank you, Aman. What's up, Aman? Tamana done, Keshav done, Nivedita done. Okay, okay. Archie, look, deception means what? It means something which is not there, something which is imaginary, something which is deceiving. Okay, so we have what? We have Nivedita, who's done, Keshav, who's done, Tamanna, who's done, Ananya, done. Very good, very good, very good, very good. Karnika, done. Very good, people. Very good, very good, very good. Ankit done, Sujal done. Okay, very good. Ankit, Sujal done. Very good, very good. What about others? What about others? What about others? Priya's done. Okay, very good, Priya. Ketan done. Very good. Okay, from theological thoughts, experiments to the daily life of church, the possibility of divine deception seem to crop up everywhere. Okay, the divine deception is what? Matlab, God can do anything. God can create any sort of deceiving thing. Okay, you people must have heard about myths, na? There are like plenty of myths that are created by God now, so as to deceive others as well. Robert Hallcott asked his readers to think about the celebration of the Eucharist. At the moment of consecration, God miraculously transforms a piece of bread that never ceases to look like anything but a piece of bread into the very body of Christ. For these Christian thinkers committed to limiting the implicators of Aristotle's philosophy, God's omnipotence required to that he be able to deceive. Okay, so the thing is what? The thing is this ki we are talking about God's omnipotence, that God is everywhere. That is what that particular thing requires, that God is able to deceive. You might have heard about Indian mythology as well. It happens in Indian mythology as well that plenty of people, plenty of gods are there. There are plenty of stories are there. There are plethoric stories are there. Okay, which shows that how much deceptive God was. Okay, now, now if we talk about what? If we talk about omnipotence, so what is omnipotence? Omnipotence means God has what? God has unlimited power. God has what? God has unlimited power. Hey, I got a Russian brought. Now, 75 words. Now, earlier those I might have some, there might be something bad. Okay, something that accounting के अंदर कुछ problem थी. Do it. You people have what? You people have around 35, 37 seconds. Do it. Very good, very good, very good, very good. Nivedita done. Okay, Nivedita, Archie. Nivedita is done. Archie done. Keshav done. Tamanna done. Sujal done. Pooja, sir, when will we start MBA CET classes, sir? Pooja, we will be starting that as well. CET. Let me. Okay, fine. I will see it. Karnika done. Sujal done. Krishnakant done. Okay. What about others? What about others? What about others? What about others? Ananya done. Very good, Ananya. Ankit, where are you, man? Ankit, Jaideep, where are you people? Ayush, are you there? Kaksha, are you there? Are you people there? Chetan done. Very good. Raj done. Very good. Okay, far. Okay, to look over here, I just cut these lines. Basically, over there also, if something is given to you, okay, if an example is given to you, so you people are not supposed to read it. Okay, you people are not supposed to waste your time reading it. If a question comes, you'll have to go to the slide. Okay, you'll have to go to that paragraph, no matter what happens. So ultimately, you people are not supposed to waste your time reading it. Now, far from being a mere curiosity of the past, concerns about God's deception proved central to the scientific revolution. Okay, so now we are moving from this idea of God to scientific revolution, and therefore to the modern world. Basically, now we are connecting what? We are connecting this God, the idea of God, to the modern world, the modern society. Okay. Over here, we were talking about omnipotent God. Over here, we were talking about deceptions of the God, that God could deceive anyone. Okay. God could create anything, which is pseudo. Now, most of the great 17th century scientists wrote about God and incorporated God into their theories. So many scientists, okay, oh, these examples are there. Kepler is there, Galileo is there, Descartes is there, Boyle, Newton, everybody is here. Okay, na? So they have what in their theories? Newton's law of motion. So God gave the God that Newton did what? Newton wrote about God in his laws of motion as well, not as a mere concession to authorities, but as central to their conceptions of the universe. But not as a concession to authorities, कि God has some authority. No, no, no. God does not have authority. He is the central, he is the powerhouse of the universe, according to these all people. Understood, everybody? So, in this particular slide, what you are doing, you are moving, well, you are getting something. You are getting an idea about God, that how much powerful God is, even in the modern world. Even in modern times, even those scientists who are like renowned, okay, they have written it. Okay, they have considered God as the center of the universe. Center of the universe. Understood, everybody? Now, I'm going to move to the next slide. 74 words, again 35 seconds. Do it. Done. 35 seconds up. Okay, so Keshav done. Very good, very good, very good. So Keshav done. Nidita done. Tamanna done. Karnika done. Ananya done. Very good, people. Very good, very good. Sujal done. Krishnakant done. Very good, Krishnakant. What about others? Come on, man. Time is up. Do it fast. Archie done. Very good. Kaksha done. Are Kaksha, hi Kaksha, how are you? Chetan done, Pooja done, Vishwajit done, Ankit done. Okay. So over here, from this slide, okay, over here we were talking about what we were talking about. Whole lot of scientists. Okay, we were talking about Galileo, Kepler, who found that the solar system. Taken a Galileo. Now, then we have what? Then we have Descartes, Boyle, Newton. We read about all the scientists, but from all these scientists, the author he shifted specifically to Descartes. Okay, Descartes, knowingly or not, or not following in Ockham's footsteps, raises the possibility that God has deceived him about the existence of the entire universe and everything in it. Okay, so God has done what? God has deceived him. Okay, there is what? There is a universe which is there. Okay, or everything, an entire universe and everything in it. Okay, so he might have deceived in such a manner that there might be no universe. He might have deceived in such a manner that no, there is one universe. So there might be anything. You this is what? This is something which is ambiguous. You people can understand the way you want, कि whether there would be some universe or whether there won't be any universe. The thing is this, कि God is deceiving over here. Although Descartes would quickly dismisses these fears, arguing that it would go against God's very nature to deceive, some of his readers could not help but point out that there are passages in the Bible in which God certainly seems to deceive. So we are talking about only and only this omnipotent power of God, that God is doing what? God is going to deceive. Okay, God has it in his nature. Now, next passage. 123 words means you are going to get what? You are going to get 62 seconds. Generous 62 seconds. Do it. Done? Okay, very good, very good, very good. Keshav done. Hi, Keshav. Nivedita, Tamanna, Karnika. Very good, very good, very good. What about others? What about others? What about others? Sujal, very good. Ananya done. Very good. Very good people. Very good. Vishwajit done. Very good. Krishna Kant done. Very good. Then everybody. Basically, you have taken 62 seconds. More than 62 seconds you have taken. Lot more than Ankit. Right हो जाओ sir. अरे यार अंकित पहले बोलते ना. ये लो. Happy? Now done. Done everybody. Okay, look over here. So, what is given over here? The idea is Descartes responds that we must read these passages allegorically. The Bible was written for similar people incapable of understanding God's true and truly abstract nature. Okay, suppose you people are here. Okay, now you have what? You people are here. Now you people might be very much educated. Now you have what? You have young sibling. You have what? You have somebody who's young. You have a young sibling. And let us say that young sibling is perhaps in fifth standard, or he might be in that second standard. Now that young sibling comes to you and he wants to do what he wants you. He wants you to teach him something. Okay, he wants you to teach a poem. So what you are going to do? What you will be forced to go down to his level and then teach him. Agree or not? Tell me that. Do you agree with me or not? If a younger sibling of yours comes and then he asks you, "Ki bhai, I want to what? I want you to teach me this." Okay. Definitely it is going to happen. So in the similar manner, over here what happened over here, God. Why this Bible was written? This Bible was written because Bible was written for the people who were boorish, who were not, well, basically in old times there was no internet, there was no technology, there were no mobile phones. Okay, we were talking about the times when we did not even have paper. There was no paper also. Okay, so society did not have. Everybody wasn't educated. Everybody wasn't so much privileged that they are going to get what they are going to get education. Education was limited to only and only aristocrats. Okay. So now what happened now? So as to explain the idea of God to those people who were uneducated, those who did not have anything, who did not have that level of thinking, Bible was created. Okay, and it is what given over here. It was necessary that prophets should bring God down to man. God down to man means what? That prophets should teach these people who were not that much educated, who did not have that abstract idea of the abstract. Okay, now, and make him stammer with us as a nurse stammers with a child whom she suckles. So in the same manner, the you people, if you people have to do what? If you are supposed to teach someone who is younger to you, then you'll have to do what? You'll have to go down to his level. In the similar manner, over here, prophets they had to do what? They had to lower their standards so as to teach people, tell people about the idea of God. Understood, everybody? Now, 110 words over here. 110 words we are given to you. So we have people. You people have 55 seconds. Do it, everybody. Read it. Then okay, okay, okay. So we have what? We have Nivedita. We have Nivedita done. Okay, Keshav done. Tamana done. Karnika done. Very good, very good, very good. Sujal done. Very good people. Very good, very good, very good. What about others? What about others? What about others? Vishwajit done. Very good, Vishwajit. What about others? I want everyone to answer. Archie done. Very good, very good, very good. Okay. So over here, what happened? How do we read cases of divine deception properly? So how are you going to read this? How are you going to find that God is good? God has this power of deceiving. Ankit, Ananya, Sonali, done. Very good. Chetan, done. Very good people. Very good. Very good. Very good. Now, you people took more than 55 seconds. Okay. Now, very good. Now, Descartes considers a case of possible divine deception taken from life the case of a man with drops a connection in which his body retains dangerous amount of water even as he remains thirsty. Okay, so over here what happens, one case is given to you, an example is given to you. It is the example which is given by Descartes. From the man's perspective, it certainly seems like God deceives him in the very organization of his body. He is thirsty, but if he drinks he will drown. Descartes maintains that thinking about the problem this way misleads us to imagine God in a simplistic and anthropomorphized terms, as if we were involved with the world, intentionally deceiving this suffering man while leaving all the rest of us alone. Sir, this session will be daily basis. Archie, this session will be on daily basis. You are going to find me at around 6:30 on this particular channel, and I will be updating all. I regularly update all my sessions on my Telegram channel as well. Okay, so you can find me on Telegram. Now, do it. 113 words, 55 seconds. 56 it should be 56 seconds. अभी स्कैन नहीं करवाना सोनाली, वेट करो. Do it, everybody. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Done, Nivedita, done, Karnika, done, very good, Tamanna, done. And I just want you people to answer that whether Descartes, okay, according to Descartes, God is what? According to Descartes, God is a positive entity or it is a negative entity. Just give me that. Tamanna done. Okay, Kesha done. Vishwajit done. Very good. Ananya done. Very good people. Very good. Very good. Very good. Very good. What about others? What about others? What about others? What about others? People, please give me the answer. Ankit done. Positive. Ananya done. Ha, very good, Ankit. Nivedita, very good, very good. Okay, so over here, whatever that idea is, the idea according to Descartes, the idea over here of God is quite positive in nature. Okay, it is very much positive. Okay, he says कि if God is omnipotent, just and wise, Descartes reasons it must follow that God created the best possible world using the simplest of sets of laws. The simplicity of the laws governing the world must be consistent with God's simple nature. Okay, while their complex yet well-structured consequences derived from His all-seeing wisdom and justness. Consider how well creation operates when we are thirsty. It is always the case that we really do need water. Okay, so we are not getting deceived by any idea. We are not getting deceived by God. Okay, if we are thirsty, what do we need? We need water. If we are hungry, we need what? We need food. Okay, so this is how that everything is quite simple. In a very simplistic way, God created it. Yet he was what? Everything was complex, yet very much well structured. Okay, and this well structuring thing, it made everything quite simple. Understood, everybody? Now, so you can find me on Telegram. You can just scan this QR code. Happy Sonali. Okay, now you can just scan this QR code. And if you're going to scan this QR code, you're going to reach on my Telegram channel. Or you can just type over this Gaurav Bhatia Unacademy CAT for MBA. And you will be, you're going to be on my channel where you're going to get regular updates. Now, let us move to the questions. Let us move to the first question. Wow. So the first question of the day is this. A central theme running throughout this passages. Okay, so what is the central theme that is running throughout this particular passage? Okay, what is the central theme that is running throughout this passage? The possibility that God has deceived us and the universe does not actually exist. The discussion on the manner, extent, and purpose of God deceptions, if any. The incorporation of the views of natural philosophers about God as reflected in their theories. The thought experiments of theologians in order to determine God's capabilities. It is easy. Just read it. Okay, just read the options. It is going to be very much easy. Ha, Sudal, please, yeah, use code CATCURVE as well. Please do it. Karnika says third. Very good, Karnika. What about others? What about others? What about others? Arey why? Archie says second. Very good, Archie. Tamanna says third. Very good, Tamanna. Vishwajit says D. Very good, Vishwajit. Sujal says three. Very good, Sujal. Sonali says third. Very good, Sonali. Nivedita says second. Very good, Nivedita. What about others? Keshav says second. Very good, Keshav. What about others? What about others? What about others? What about others? I just want everyone to answer. So you should go for what? You should always go for Bane. Okay. What you should understand that it is very much important to eliminate options. Okay, you'll have to understand that it is very much important to eliminate options, and we are going to talk about this eliminating options tomorrow. Okay, Keshav says second. Keshav का तो मैंने लिख दिया था यहाँ पे. Aman also says second. अरे Aman, how come you come from this particular Alex? वाला थिंग। तो मेरा आंसर भी है ऊपर। अरे अंकित मैंने इग्नोर कर दिया। कक्षा, कक्षा also says second, very good कक्षा। वो where is your answer? अंकित, अंकित says third। अर्णिका, okay, अंकित also says third। ठीक है अंकित, हैप्पी। सुजल says second। अच्छा सुजल ने बोल दिया कि नहीं भैया, I'm going to change the option। Now, the thing is this: ki the possible, a central theme running throughout this passage is the possibility that God has deceived us and the universe does not actually exist. So this particular option is going to be what? It is going to be an extreme negative option. It is extreme negative option. This is not going to be true at all. The discussion on the manner, extent, and purpose of God's deceptions, if any, the incorporation of the views of natural philosophers. Okay, natural philosophers about God as reflected in their theories. To try to understand over here, this particular passage talked about only one person. Okay, that was Descartes. Okay, so ultimately, since it was that related to Descartes, it wasn't the views of natural philosophers. Okay, we did not read about all the views of philosophers. So this is going to be untrue. Okay, this particular question is, this particular option, it is very much broad. Okay, because this particular option is telling you that we have to read many philosophers, but we actually studied what? We actually studied only one philosopher, which was Descartes. So this is going to be false. The thought experiments of theologians in order to determine God's capabilities. No, we did not talk about God's capabilities. What we were talking about only of his being omnipotent, and along with that omnipotent, we were talking about his deception. Okay, there was only one capability. So again, it is very much broad. So this particular option is again eliminated. The discussion on the manner, extent, and purpose of God's deceptions, if any. So this was the passage. Okay, so ultimately your answer will be what? Your answer will be second. The discussion on the manner, extent, and purpose of the God's deception. Understood, everybody? Now, you people are supposed to follow this Bain wali thing. Okay, you people have to eliminate the options over there. So we will be doing this Bain tomorrow. Okay, now we are going to do this Bain tomorrow. Now, next. Which of the following is not true according to the passage? Which of the following is not true according to the passage? Okay, what do you feel? Come on, man. Come on, with this open house, open house, open house. Okay, sorry that I could not read your options. Basically, I was trying to start the open house over there. हाँ. Okay, I got your answers, sir. मैं पढ़ रहा था निवेदिता. Yes, Kanika says fourth. Very good, Kanika. Then Archie also says fourth. Sir, this derision. Okay, Ankit, sorry यार मैंने वो पढ़ा नहीं था आपका. What did you ask? It means what? It means mocking. It means what? It means mocking. Now, Keshav, Tamanna, very good Tamanna, Keshav, very good, Sujal, very good, Archie, very good, Vishwajit, very good people, very good. What about others? What about others? What about others? Please give me the answer. Please, everybody, give me the answer. Now, नहीं खुल रहा आज भी ओपन हाउस यार, ऐसा पता ही नहीं क्यों हो रहा है यार। चलो मैंने यहाँ पे सर्च कर, अनन्या नहीं खुल रहा। चलो अभी देखते हैं, अभी देखते हैं। ना, वेट फॉर वाइल। पता नहीं मेरे साथ ही ऐसा हो रहा है, सबके साथ हो रहा है। ओके, सोनाली सेज थर्ड, चेतन सेज फर्स्ट, सोनाली सेज थर्ड, एंथ्रो एंथ्रोपोमॉर्फिक was thought चलो ठीक है. Not true according to the passage. Events of miraculous interference by God proved hard to distinguish from these deemed as deceptions. ठीक है. Concerns about God's deceptions proved central to the scientific revolution and the modern world. It is actually given as it is. Okay, now prone means something that prone means weak. Prone means weak, sensitive, sensitive. Okay, now आज भी नहीं खुल रहा तो अपन लोग देखते हैं यार. Wait for a while. If there's something went wrong, something. Okay. I have started that. चलो अपन लोग देखते हैं. Okay, the notion that God is simplistic and anthropomorphic being is prone to derision. Okay, derision means what? It means mocking. Okay, that notion that God is simplistic and anthropomorphic means God is what? God is quite simple. So we did not read it. ठीक है ना? We did not study it. We read it कि नहीं God is what? God is all deceptive. Okay, it was the idea which was given over there. Okay, derision is what? Derision is mocking. Okay, so this is not going to be true either. The case of a man with dropsy proves the deception nature of the divine creator. Okay, so this is going to be what? This is going to be your answer. The case of a man with dropsy. Basically, it was given over there that the man is thirsty. The man who was what? The man who was feeling thirsty and yet he was inundated with water in his whole body. Okay, the fourth one option is going to be the answer. Let us move to the next set. It can be inferred from the passage that it should be done by everyone. I want everybody to do it, please. I want everyone to do it. हाँ नॉट ट्रू ही तो बताया है विच इज नॉट ट्रू अकॉर्डिंग टू द पैसेज तभी तो ये अलग करा है. अरे कहाँ है रुक जाओ होल्ड करो होल्ड करो होल्ड करो होल्ड करो होल्ड करो होल्ड करो. Where are you? Although Descartes, God is very nature deceived, but God certainly Hera. God is Samus. Descartes considered a case of possible divine deception taken from life of a case of a man with drops of condition in which his body retains dangerous amount of water even as he remains thirsty. From the man's perspective, it certainly seems like God deceives him in the very organization of his body. He is thirsty, but he thinks he is will drown. Descartes maintains that thinking about the problem that way misleads us to imagine God in simplistic and anthropomorphized terms as if he were involved with the world, intentionally deceiving this suffering man. Okay, so over here, what is there? Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? The case of man with dropsy proves the deceptive nature of the divine creator. So it does not prove. Okay, it does not prove. Okay, God is not somebody who's deceptive. The God is not somebody who's deceiving you people. Okay, so ultimately this is going to be the option. This is going to be the true option. This prove word over here, this prove word over here, it is wrong over here. It is not proving. It was whose idea? It was man's idea. It was thought by whom? It was thought by the man. Okay, God is deceiving him. Understood everybody? Understood everybody? Okay, next. It can be inferred from the passage that. Okay, so give me the answer over here. अभी एक बार try करना. Try to open that. Try to open the open house. Okay, try to open the link. Check whether it is accessible or not. Very good, Tamanna. So Tamanna has answered over here. Tamanna says fourth. Very good. Ananya says three. Wait for a while. Now we have what? We have Ananya. Ananya says third. Ankit says third. Sujal says third. Keshav says fourth. Very good, Keshav. Chetan says third. Ayush, I'm going to update you with that IB thing. Okay? I will be updating you with that. Wait for a while. Okay, did this open house open? Did you open the? Could you open the link over there? Tamanna says three. But you people answered na Tamanna. You said fourth. Okay. Now it can be inferred from the passage that look over here. It can be inferred from the passage. करने का नहीं हो रहा अभी भी ओके यार चलो okay. नहीं चला ठीक है ठीक है ठीक है नहीं चला तो ठीक है look over here what is given to you ठीक है a non-existent stars is one that God has destroyed while maintaining your vision of it. So this particular thing is what this particular thing is wrong. ठीक है ना? It is para-specific. It is para-specific option. And since it is para-specific option, it is going to be what? It is going to be very much narrow. This particular option is going to be what? This option is going to be narrow option. The great 17th century scientists believed more in God and less in science. It is nowhere given. So it is going to be what? It is going to be alien. It has not been discussed in the passage. Now, the problem lies between 3 and 4. Okay, so it happens everywhere. Ankit, God's nature is complex, but the consequences of his actions are uncomplicated. Okay, God's nature is complex, but the consequences of his actions are uncomplicated. So you people cannot say that. Okay, that consequences of his actions are uncomplicated. Where is it written? Okay, and God's nature is complex. It is again not given. ठीक है ना? God's nature is complex. It is twisted option. Most of authors discussed in the passage wish to ascribe good intentions to God even in the face of his capability to deceive. This is what your option is. यही तो हुआ everywhere. Descartes was there to get. I told you. I asked you people na कि whether the tone of Descartes is what, whether it is positive or negative. So you people answered that it was positive. And over here, most of the people, the early enlightenment written by Perry Bile, less is less trained than Descartes, summarize the principle this way: vulgar minds not be able to raise themselves to the most perfect being. It was necessary that the prophets should bring God down to man. Now, Descartes knowingly ये तो हो गया था आप लोगों का यहाँ पे भी we read about all these people, all the theorists. ठीक है? So ultimately, what is going to be an answer? Your answer will be fourth one option. Most of the author discuss in the passage wish to ascribe good intentions to God, even in the face of his capability to deceive. Now, let us move to the next set. If Descartes were to be asked whether God asking Abraham to sacrifice his son was a matter of deception, his most likely response would be which of the following. Now, Descartes, okay, you'll have to think about it. You'll have to think of it. Ki what is going to be his answer? What Descartes would have done? मतलब what Descartes would have thought of it? Okay. Shall I give you the answer over here? Nivedita says fourth. Very good, Nivedita. Alex says third. Very good, Alex. Acha, I have not joined that. Ananya says fourth. Very good, Ananya. Tamanna also says fourth. Very good, Tamanna. Keshav says first. Very good, Keshav. Sujal says fourth. Very good, Sujal. If I were you, I would have left this particular question. Chetan says one. Very good, Chetan. Very good. So let us go with the thing. If Descartes were to be asked whether God asking Abraham to sacrifice his son was what? It was real. Okay. Uh, his son was matter of deception. His most likely response would be which of the following? One must leave the question one cannot answer due to one's lack of comprehension of the divine scheme of things. The mysterious nature of God's working is not be probed beyond a certain level. Okay, look over here. So the mysterious nature of God's working is not being probed beyond a certain level. This particular option is going to be false. Why is this going to be false? Because the philosophers, they were not actually judging whether it is true or not. Okay, whether they can judge the mysterious nature or not. So that is why this particular option is going to be what? This particular option is going to be false. One must leave the questions one cannot answer due to one's lack of comprehension. This particular option is very much narrow. Why narrow? Because over here we talked about what we talked about Bible. Why Bible was written? Okay, the Bible was written for those people who are uneducated, and Descartes he cannot answer this as well. Okay, God indeed is a deceptive being, and his nature must not be analyzed out of context. So over here, this out of context is what? It is something which is alien. We are trying to understand it. What is that deception? While on the surface, a divine action may seem deceptive, it may not be the reality. Okay, so this is going to be an answer because Descartes was doing what? Descartes was actually supporting God. He was doing what? He was supporting God. He was very much positive, taking God's attitude. So this is that is the reason the fourth one option is going to be the answer. Understood, everybody? Now he's going to support God. He won't be supporting you people. He's going to support God. Of all the examples of deception in the passage, which of the following has not been explained by the author? The moment of consecration in the celebration of the Eucharist, a man with dropsy whose body deceives him, the passage in the Bible where God seems to deceive humans, deceiving about the existence of the entire universe and everything in it. Please इसका तो आंसर कर दो ये तो बहुत easy है. I want everyone to answer it. Please everyone please answer it. Please इसका सही से कर लो आंसर. Jaideep, very good evening. Keshav fourth seriously? चलो very good Keshav. Nivedita third. Very good Nivedita. I know that Jaideep, you are too late. Basically, you are so late that this session would have ended 15 minutes before. Ankit says third. अच्छा अंकित क्या बात कर रहे हो? I want everyone to answer it. I want everyone to answer it. I want everyone to answer it. Four. Ananya says one. Ananya very good. Ananya very good. Ananya says one. सर आप ऐसे मत बोलो. तमन्ना says third. Okay तमन्ना. फिर मैं कैसे बोलूँ सोनाली बताओ. सोनाली कंफ्यूजन होता है सर. अच्छा ठीक है. देखो ये वाला जो क्वेश्चन था ना इट वाज द मोस्ट इजी क्वेश्चन ऑफ ऑल द क्वेश्चंस टुडे टू बी ट्रू ठीक है ना. Of all the examples of deception in the passage, which one of the following has not been explained by the or at all by the author? Now, मैंने तोड़ा नहीं. देखो, deceiving about the existence of entire universe about everything in it. Okay, तो ये तो आप लोगों को दे ही रखा था. It was given. It was actually given. ठीक है ना? यहाँ पे आप लोगों को दे रखा है. मैं बताता हूँ. It is actually given, and let me find, let me find. It is given. अरे यार, it was given. I read it. ठीक है ना? Now I'm unable to find it. Now, though this particular option is given to you, the passage in the Bible where God seems to deceive humans, it is also given. Okay. Now, not an issue, यार चेतन, कोई नहीं, चलता है ऐसा. It happens. Basically, this passage was tough. Today's passage was philosophical in nature. Okay, today's passage was philosophical in nature, and it was actually tough. The questions were very much tough. It wasn't an easy passage to attempt. It wasn't a regular passage. Yesterday's passage was very much easy, but today's passage, it wasn't easy at all. Okay, now, a man with dropsy whose body deceives him. So this is going to be what? This is going to be. This is also given. The moment of consecration in the celebration of the Eucharist. Okay, the moment of consecration in the celebration of Eucharist, it is going to be wrong. It is not given to you. The thing which is given to you is different. Okay, the thing which is given to you is when god, what God did. God turned that loaf of bread natural, a loaf of bread which was actually which remained like this. So just is 4 on 5 Kaksha, seriously, it was easy. I found it difficult to be true. Okay. Now, the thing is this: which of the following is not a response to the possibility of God deception as per the author? Is a link. अरे ये कॉल कर लेते, चलो ये करना है क्या? डू यू पीपल वांट टू डू इट? डू यू पीपल वांट टू डू इट? करो. हाँ, जयदीप एक कैट लेवल का था. कल मैं माउस लेवल का लेकर के आऊंगा. परसों कॉकरोच लेवल का. फिर एक लिजर्ड लेवल का लाऊंगा. फिर एक फ्रॉग लेवल का लाऊंगा. Chetan, Chetan, were you there? Chetan, why didn't you partake into the test here today? Why didn't you partake in it? Now, which of the following is not a response to the possibility of God deception as per the author? Descartes is incorporating God into his theories as a concession to authorities. Descartes' response that we must read passages allegorically rather than literally. Descartes arguing that it would go against God's very nature to deceive. Descartes reasoning that God created the best possible world. Okay, so not a response. So basically, this was given. Okay, fourth one option is given to you. Eucharist, as you can see, Archie, and Eucharist is what basically I got here that comment right now. Okay, okay. So Eucharist is what? Eucharist is a Christian ceremony. Okay, it is what? It is a Christian ceremony. Christian ceremony or a Christian event. Basically, have you heard about Last Supper? Have you heard about Last Supper? So that Last Supper was what? That Last Supper was Eucharist. You must have heard about Last Supper. Now everybody must have heard about it. Now, Sujal says third. Very good. Descartes is arguing that it would go against God very nature to deceive. अच्छा भाई, ठीक है, मतलब भाई. Okay, चलो बताओ, आंसर बताओ सब लोग. पैसा बर्बाद, टाइम बर्बाद. Do it and give me the answer. केशव फोर्थ. चलो गुड. चलो अपन लोग यहाँ पे टक 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 टक. ये रहा. ये रहा, यहाँ पे देखते हैं. Look over here. Far from being a mere curiosity of the past, concern about God's deception proved central to the scientific revolution. And therefore, to the modern world, most of the great 17th century scientists, Kepler and Galileo, Descartes, Boyle, and Newton, wrote about God and incorporated God into their theories, not as mere concession to authorities, but as central to their conceptions of the universe. So over here, we are talking about what? We are talking about the God was what? God was not a mere authority, but he was what? He was central to the power. He was what? He was central to the power. He was the central power of the universe. He was the powerhouse of the universe. And it is said by whom? It is said by everyone. It is not specific to Descartes. It might be said by Kepler, Galileo, Boyle, Newton, Descartes, and all other natural philosophers. So ultimately, which of the following is not a response to possibility of God deception? Descartes is incorporating God into his theories as a concession to authorities. This is not going to be an answer. Okay, Descartes responds that we must read passages allegorically. It was given. Descartes is arguing that it would go against God's very nature to deceive. Again, answer. It is given. Descartes is reasoning that God created the best possible world. Again, this is the answer. So ultimately, first one option is something that is not given to you. Okay, I totally agree that today's passage was philosophical, and since it was philosophical, it turned out to be a little bit tough, and it was a tough read. But tomorrow, you're not going to get such a tough passage. Tomorrow, we'll be doing something easy. Tomorrow, we will be doing something easy to understand. Okay. So I want you people to follow me on this particular link. It is telegram.Gaurav Bhatia and Academy CAT for MBA. Now the thing is this: at around 8 o'clock, I had a scheduled lecture, and that particular scheduled lecture was is from grammar. Okay, na? I thought that I would be giving you two lectures. Basically, you will have two. You are going to get what? You are going to get two lectures regularly. At one at 6:30, which is particularly for CAT, and another one is at 8 o'clock, which is particularly for OMET. And I was about to start that grammar series today, but due to some technical reasons that I came to know at around 6:30, even at around 6:35, I won't be able to give this particular session at around 8 o'clock. Let me talk to people today. Okay. So we are not going to have this 8 o'clock wala session today. We will be having tomorrow onwards. We will be having this particular session regularly. Please, thank you for being here. Please like this particular session and share it. Share the link with your people. Share the link on your social media as well. Please subscribe to our channel, which is Catalyst, and don't forget to hit the bell icon. And we will be meeting tomorrow. Let's crack it. अमन देखो मेरी बात सुनो, अगर अपन लोग यहाँ पर बात करते ना अपन लोग अगर बात करते रिटेन करने की, तो मैं बिल्कुल इस वाली बात को मानता हूँ। पता है क्या होता है, हम लोगों के साथ ये वाली बात अंकित ओपन हाउस का मैंने वो लिंक तो शेयर करा हुआ है, ये रहा ओपन हाउस का लिंक, अगर आप लोग कर सकते हो तो कर लो ज्वाइन। I share the link. Open house is over there also. मतलब it is running right now on Unacademy app, but there is nobody over there. हेलो, एक बार ट्राई करो अगर ये चल रहा है तो। अच्छा ठीक है, बाकी आप लोगों का जो ओपन हाउस है, लेट मी टॉक, ओके, लेट मी टॉक टुडे एंड लेट मी डिसाइड, मतलब लेट मी टॉक टू द पीपल टुडे एंड लेट मी डिसाइड आई एम गोइंग टू डू इट। हाँ, रिटेन करने वाली जो प्रॉब्लम है, दैट रिटेन करने वाली प्रॉब्लम इज क्वाइट बेसिक, इट हैपेंस विद एवरीवन अराउंड, ठीक है ना, ये बहुत सारे लोगों के साथ होती है। तो नहीं हो रहा, ठीक है, नहीं चला तमन्ना, चलो ठीक है, सुना लिया, अपन लोग देखते हैं। अपन लोग बात करेंगे किसके बारे में, अपन लोग बात करेंगे रिटेन करने के बारे में, एंड अलॉन्ग विद दिस रिटेनिंग वी आर गोइंग टू टॉक अबाउट व्हाट वी आर गोइंग टू टॉक अबाउट एलिमिनेटिंग आल्सो, कि हाउ आर यू गोइंग टू एलिमिनेट द ऑप्शंस, ठीक है ना। तो वी आर गोइंग टू डू दिस टुमारो, चलो ठीक है, अपन लोग अभी सेशन को करते हैं एंड वी आर गोइंग टू मीट टुमारो। थैंक यू पीपल फॉर बीइंग हियर नाउ। सर आई मीन यहाँ जब तक क्वेश्चन आता है ना, तब तक पीछे स्लाइड्स याद नहीं रहती। अमन, ऐसा कैट में होगा ही होगा, मेरे को पता है रिटेन का मतलब क्या होता है, ठीक है ना, ऐसा होगा ही होगा। वहाँ पे यू पीपल कैन नॉट डू इट, मतलब रिटेनिंग इज लिटरली क्वाइट टफ। मैं रिटेन नहीं करता यार, तभी तो मैंने वो सेशंस लिए थे तुम लोगों के। चलो मैं आप लोगों को बताता हूँ रिटेन करने का तरीका भी, आई विल बी टेलिंग यू टुमारो, ठीक है। मोस्ट वेलकम निवेदिता, मोस्ट वेलकम तमन्ना, बाय अंकित, गुड नाइट पीपल, गुड नाइट, लेट्स क्रैक इट।